This week, ATR explores the Alberta Advantage and the economic realities facing small local communities.
There's been a lot of talk about the Alberta Advantage and economic growth with the recent provincial election, but rural populations continue to decline.
My name is Alan Park, and I'm the Chief Administrative Officer for the town of Hardisty and the village of Lougheed.
Well, my name is Bud James, and I am Mayor of the town of Killam.
The last census showed the numbers going down slightly. We do have a big transient population due to construction out at the facility out just outside of town.
Just over 1,000 at the last census, 1,041 I believe, and we've lost a few people in time in numbers.
The town of Killam is a fairly vibrant community, but it is fairly static, so it's not growing by any great margin. We're finding that, like a lot of communities in Alberta, our challenge is getting people to move to the community.
The main economic sector obviously is construction and the oil sector just outside of town with the Hardisty terminal complex. The next would probably be agriculture.
Farming, oil and gas. Basically, I think the farming has the big role, and oil and gas seems to be taking a back burner right now because of the economy.
Major economic drivers in Killam would be agriculture and the service-related industry that follows that, and the energy industry.
I guess it depends on the community, but I think there is some communities that are definitely struggling economically. And I think with the downturn 3 or 4 years ago, that probably exacerbated it a little bit in some instances.
I think that in rural Alberta, there's a lot of small communities that are struggling, and it's the changing demographic. I think the population for these communities gets a little older, it shrinks a little bit over the course of time, and it's going to be difficult for all of these communities to survive and be vibrant.
Despite the stagnation, local small communities continue to work towards economic and population growth.
I'm also the chair of the Battle River Alliance for Economic Development, or BRAID.
It encompasses the region from Provost area all the way to Camrose, and then north to Wainwright, and then down south to Coronation, Castor area. It's similar to Hub in Leibnister area, so it's an economic development engine that is kind of a regional body.
We're trying to make Killam an attractive community to visit, an attractive community to live, to move to. More recently, Killam is in the process of developing a marketing strategy. So in other words, very clearly defining how we want the community to grow and the steps that we need to take to go out and make that actually happen.
As small town Alberta, yeah, we're struggling, but I think that we've got more opportunities than people realize.
We don't necessarily have all the amenities at the bigger centers, but most of us are close enough that you can get those amenities, on a regular basis if you so desire. So there's that, plus also I understand there's statistics out, and I think there was an announcement a couple days ago about 13% of economic growth or engine of the province of Alberta is in the rural areas.
And that's all the time we have tonight on Around the Region. If you want to see your hometown on the show or have a story that we should hear, you can send your comments, questions, or story ideas to aroundtheregion@newcap.ca through our Facebook page or our Twitter. I'm Kayla Buchanan. Thanks for joining me, and have a great night.